When I'm in Joburg, I like doing the prep at my mum's place. It's a familiar kitchen, and having her around is always inspirational.
Do you remember in the old day, I would never have a mug. I always had to have a cup and saucer.
Exactly.
And you had to always set the tray. And
I like setting the tray though, getting things organised.
yeah, I think so too, because it looks nice.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I think it just teaches kids how to do certain things.
Exactly.
You know, you've got to have structure and discipline. Am I right, Neil? Yes.
Well, I wouldn't say you're wrong. Tonight I'm cooking for Sandy and Lou Geffen. They've been with me since the beginning of my career, and I always enjoy cooking for them. To start, we're going to do one of my favourite things, fresh pasta, lemon, parsley vinaigrette, followed up by a beautiful poached and roasted organic baby chicken, butternut and sweetheart cabbage, and then indulgent, ultimate cupcakes. Before I start my prep for this evening, I'm going to rummage through my mother's fridge. I really feel like making an old classic crescente. It really just is a fried dough, basically. You can top it with whatever you had. You know, 4's more than enough. Keep your dough covered. Pop that back in the fridge. The only person in the world more OCD, I think, than me as my mother. So when you're cooking in her kitchen, keep it extremely clean. Flour your surface. Don't want them to go too thin. Have a little bit of body to them. A good stretch. Trying to stick your fingers through it. Just some fire roasted peppers. Keep it really simple. Cook these in a nice amount of olive oil. Has to be nice and hot. Nice little flicks. It's fun. They're quite nice and thin. Not as thin as a pasta dough, but thick enough to withstand a filling. Taste your oil. You can hear that's hot enough, nice little sizzle. Immediately, it'll start to bubble. Poke some holes in it, let the steam come through. Of course, nice and crunchy. Yet having a bit of, you know, a little bit of give. You can fold it, you can manipulate it slightly. Matter of seconds each side, nice hot pan. Beautiful avocado. Full of LDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol for you. On with our peppers. And a nice sort of creaminess to it. I mean, you could go with the feta. We're just going to use a cultured cream here. I like to stick dollops on it. Obviously, best eaten straight out of the pan. Pop this over the top. I think these are perfect little vegetarian dishes as they are. Just to beautify them slightly. Slight little mix up on the ingredients. Nice even coating of ingredients. Really fresh.
I love it. I can smell this from outside. I'm sure it tastes as good as it looks. Of course I do. Thank you.
It's actually almost got like a sort of donut style texture.
I can't wait to taste this.
A bit better than the ones I used to make when I was 12.
You were pretty darn good then. I think you've just mastered it a bit.
Yeah, well, you know, I've had some practice, yeah?
Love you. This is absolutely divine.
Joburg's got a very big city vibe, fast pace, hustle and bustle, but under its skin, it's an extremely friendly city. Joburg being a big city, you got to be a little bit smarter to go and find your ingredients. But if you know where to look, there are hidden gems where you can find some of the best produce. Making homemade pasta is almost like a very sensual experience. You know, you get your hands in there and it almost encases you. For your pasta dough, a little bit of salt straight into your blender. You got your flour. This is normal cake flour. Got your eggs, 6 yolks, 4 eggs, 10 eggs in total. All recipes available on neilanthony.com. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You're gonna get a good blend. Gradually pour your eggs in. Starts to come together in a ball in your hand. Give a good knead, stretch those glutens. Like a nice sort of sea sand texture. Want it really nice and soft. Rolling the fresh linguini out, nice final slice. Also gonna serve it in a large amount of olive oil and lemon emulsion. Get that real nice, green, grassy, fresh olive oil flavor. Wrap it in cling film. You don't expose the pasta to the air for too long. Have a nice tight wrap, like that, in your fridge. For the last 2-3 days in there. Of course, we're gonna roll it out later, nice and fresh. We'll move on to our cupcakes next. Got our caster sugar, flour, baking powder, some ginger tea. Sandy's a big fan of flavored teas. Softened butter. Go straight into your mixer. And dissolve our sugar into the butter. Just get these creaming. With our tea. It's a nice one, it's going to give it a sort of almost like a gingerbread taste to it. Beautiful fresh vanilla pod. Scrape those seeds out. A nice little whiz. Half our wet ingredients in. And with half our dry. Tend to split if you just chuck all the wet ingredients in and then all the dry ingredients in afterwards. Don't overwork our cake batter, so we're not going to whip it for ages. Get our final 2 eggs in. The rest of our dry. A little splash of whole milk as well. Nicely combined, just sort of pops off the paddle. Sandy is a very, very dear client of mine. Cook for her and her family all over the world, mainly in Cape Town, but it's always nice to cook for her here in Johannesburg, and she's a very, very good cook as well. Pop this in the fridge, ready for transport. I like to bake my cakes and cupcakes and stuff like that from a sort of chilled mixture. Makes them easy to scoop. You can put it into a piping bag as well. Easy to pipe, but that's if you're doing loads and loads. Right, I want to get myself organized, get going. I hate getting stuck in Joburg traffic. Little baby organic chickens. It's called the chicken crown. As you can see, still all the flesh intact. I'm going to take the legs, lots of connective tissue, lots of nice little bits of fat. You know, being a baby chicken, they're not going to take ages and ages to cook. Probably looking at about 40 minutes in the oven, about 180. Just lay them on a roasting tray, keep them nice and tight. Always like to cook my breast and leg meat separately. It's the best way I found how to do it. Quite nervous actually. Got a couple of members of my family coming as well, so Mother Vaughan's going to be coming. Very high expectations, obviously. Chicken stock going over here. Quite a rapid boil. We're going to get quite a few chickens in there, so it's going to take some heat out of the water as soon as it goes in, or out of the stock. Just enhance our stock. Garlic in there. Fresh thyme, always really nice for the chicken. Before that goes in, a little bit of olive oil over the top. A good seasoning. Pop these bad boys in. Nice preheated hot oven. And we've got here some beautiful roasted butternut, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Butternut this time of season, really, really nice and sweet. Let's pop them in one by one. We'll use a nice big pot as well, biggest pot you have. Beauty of this as well is now you've got highly flavored chicken stock afterwards. If you want to make a soup or something, you can put this onto a timer, 7 minutes, 6.5. Almost all chefs have a little built-in timer, so I'll know exactly when they're ready. Square it off. Feed it through your machine on the thickest setting first. Flick it over. Keep it generally quite well floured. Take it down to the last setting. And have a bit of tooth to it. My mental timer just went off. Get some of these chickens out. Let these cool naturally as well. Don't put them into a fridge. Right now your pasta machine will come with a linguini cutter and a fettuccine cutter, but I have lost mine. So I'm just gonna really keep it rustic and cut it myself. The beautiful thing of keeping it really well floured as well is that when we blanch it, all these tiny granules of flour that have stuck to the pasta are gonna form this really almost like creamy milky sauce. Of course guys, nothing sexier than rolling pasta for someone. It's possibly the most sensual food in the world. Onto a floured tray. It's not going to stay for too long, a couple of minutes. A rested cupcake mixture. Nice spoonful straight in. They're going to rise up. Perfectly poached baby chicken crowns. Nice bit of olive oil over the top. While I got this out, make my parsley dressing, my pasta. Good amount of olive oil in there. Seasoning on this. Doesn't matter if you got a couple of bits of thyme and garlic floating around your tray. It's all good flavor, end of the day. Into a raging hot oven. My chef's internal clock is on for those chickens. Got some good old curly parsley going on. Nice, beautiful, unwaxed lemons. Quick rub. Just squeeze them through your fingers. Salt and pepper in there. Nice amounts of that. Make an all-around good dish. Nice hot pot, again for our cabbage. That natural tiny bit of water that comes out of that cabbage can help it steam. Keep moving them around. Give a tiny bit of a piquant flavor, some black currant vinegar. Cabbage loves a bit of black pepper. Cabbage straight out, laying it as flat as possible when it comes out the pot. Cools down a lot quicker. Save yourself some time. Check my chickens. Let's eat a little bit longer. Pasta stayed nice and loose. Slide it straight into your seasoned boiling water. It'll take about 25, 35 seconds. Because there's quite a large amount of egg in this pasta, you don't have to rapidly boil, because as that egg expands, your pasta gets really thick. It has a horrible mouthfeel. You really just want to throw it against the ceiling. No, you don't want to do that. Just want to be able to slightly pinch it. It just falls apart. Whilst reserving some of that liquid as well. That beautiful, creamy pasta water. Well, that's nice and hot, obviously, in with our vinaigrette. Beautifully coated food like this. Very, very simple. Nowhere to hide. The beauty of food, being a global phenomenon now, is that, 10 years ago, edible flour was available, no chance. Nowadays, they're almost a staple in our diets. They make food look a tiny bit prettier. Nothing wrong with that. Nice bit of pecorino. Much more of a pecorino fan than a parmesan fan myself.
I've got to
Okay, so very simply in front of you guys, eat it while it's warm. It's fresh linguini, lemon, parsley, and pecorino.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this is so delicious. I cook at least 3 nights a week.
Amazing.
What's it about?
All poached chicken, poached and roasted. Lick it off the bone. Juice is still in there. Nice little crispy bit of skin. I've got some of that poaching liquid that we had earlier on, obviously from the chickens. Just moisten them slightly. Got a beautifully roasted chicken legs, nice and crispy. We just even just pull these apart. These are actually the chicken fillets, chicken oysters. It's the muscle in the chicken that does the least amount of work. Yet again, very, very tasty. All chef snacks. Baby cabbage is warming. This roasted butternut's going to bring some nice heat to the dish as well. They're extremely hot little nuggets. Just dot your cabbage over the top. This is the reduced poaching liquid. Next up is some roasted butternuts, some baby cabbage, and poached and roasted baby chicken with just little poaching jus.
Delish. Absolutely.
Beautiful, Jazz.
Very sweet end to quite a hearty meal. Take your cupcakes, let them cool, sit out for a while. Beautiful plums in season at the moment. Cut them in half. Plums really nice and soft and ripe, and you can pull the stone straight out with your fingers. A little bit of caster sugar. Started off on a high heat. Just keep an eye on it. Plain caramelized caster sugar. No need for anything else. The liquid out of the plums is going to help it. Pull it off the heat. nicely coated, almost like a plum toffee apple. A little bit of cognac. Just gonna cook them down. Nice hit of cognac straight away. Let the boil down. Goes great in savoury dishes as well. Serve this with some foie gras, some chicken livers, something like that. A little starter. Cook it down and down and down to a jam or a compote. Serve it on a, you know, chicken liver parfait or anything like that. Some low-fat cream cheese. You could go full fat on this, but you know, it's been quite a hearty meal already. We don't want them to be over full. Some icing sugar, not too much. Finish off your ultimate cupcake. Nice little glaze on them. That glaze seeps down into the cupcake. Got any leftover extra syrup, so ripple it through your icing. A little bit of a balancing act with your icing. Last little surprise, tiny bit of salt, and just like it's all a bit of fun in the day. Cupcakes. All right, guys. It's quite simply just the ultimate cupcake. You can eat the paper and everything, just literally dig in and go mad.
Thank you.
Wait, Neil, what's on top?
It's a roasted plum and some cultured crème fraîche. Yeah. It's always nice to be alone in the kitchen in the night. Wipe down, clean down. Feel the kitchen's quite an alive place, very emotional. You really just want to spare a couple of seconds for yourself, gather your thoughts, and put it to bed.